ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
That's Max Myerson running the show. He's in for Chris Larson. Brad Nortman, 6-year NFL punter. He is now out and back from his vacation. Looking stylish today.
Yeah.
Is Kyle Wallace, the heartbeat of the show, the world's second biggest Packer fan behind Torey Lowe, but a big Badger fan who's probably pretty happy with the result as bowl eligible for, 21 years straight?
22.
22? Get it right, get it tight. What's up, Kyle?
Nothing. I'm feeling good. Happy to be back. I missed y'all.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, all right, it's me and Brad, me and Kyle now. I look forward to getting us all back together on Monday. And I think Brad's going to London. Did you hear my man is packing 14 damn days before going?
London? I thought you were going to France.
France or whatever. 14 days before going to France. He is fully packed, international charters and all.
That actually,
he is a unique individual.
That is insanity. I wish I could do something like that.
Oh, I'm so mad you weren't on the show with me.
No, that's not normal. That's not normal human behavior.
I called him a serial killer.
Yeah.
And the KBN Nation on 800-990-3776 said send the authorities over to his house and check for bodies.
In 14. So what do you do with your drawers? Like, that's the biggest thing. I got to wear my drawers. Usually what I do before I travel is like, all right, let me just go ahead and make sure I wash my drawers and wash my socks.
Brad strikes me as somebody who wears new underwear every day. And throws out. I mean, that's the kind of what I'm gathering right now.
Oh, I can see something like that happening. My goodness.
Now, this isn't where I plan to start the show, but here we are. It is Thanksgiving Eve, and I understand the holidays, right? But what I don't understand is if you are at work, you should at least, attempt to fake work, right? Like, at bare minimum, fake work for me. Just fake it. I'm talking bare minimum. But I've now reached the point where, I don't care who's listening, who hears me in our office, and I guarantee if you are leaving work, maybe you did this, or you are witnessing this in your office. People don't freaking care anymore. They don't. We in our office, and I hope they're listening right now, are clapping for people who are leaving. We are giving them round of applause clapping for packing up and leaving work early. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life, and it took every ounce of me. I know I'm doing it on the air, but the best part is I know they can hear me, and I'll go tell them to their face in the break if they think I'm a phony, because it is ridiculous that people are leaving our offices right now, and we have people standing up and clapping for them. For what? For what? It's freaking ridiculous. I've never seen anything in my entire life. I'm also trying my best not to swear. The blankification of the workplace. It is ridiculous.
You're doing a lot of dry snitching right now. You know what dry snitching is?
No, I don't, but enlighten me.
Dry snitching is basically without telling on somebody, you telling on somebody.
That's fine. I'll go up there right now. You want me to leave the show? I'll leave the show.
No,
I'll go leave the show. I'll leave it to you right now. I'll tell every single one. You guys are a bunch of idiots.
I get it, but you know what? I'm with you, Ben, on the fact that we live in a culture where people seem to sometimes take work kind of lightly, and that's just the world we live in. And I'm not gonna go too deep into everybody needing to have their safe space and place now in the offices. That's okay. I used to work in higher education, but it is the day before a holiday. We got some people that work.
It's 2 o'clock.
People work hard.
No, they're not working hard. If they were working hard, I would not be on this microphone saying anything.
Here's an example. When I worked at Marquette University, a day before a holiday, everybody got to leave at 3. It was like, hey, it was just known that everybody closes, the campus closes at 3 for people, even though it didn't officially close. Only those that had to be there, but we got to leave at 3 o'clock because it was the day before the holiday. It's just some of those days are the type of days.
But guess what? If you worked it out with your manager and you had an expectation that it's okay to leave at a certain time, I wouldn't say a word. But because there are people that took their paid time off that aren't here, people are taking advantage of it. And I hate the people that take advantage of the system. I do it sometimes, but not to the level of leaving at 2 o'clock. Fake it, man. Our show goes till 4 today because Marquette plays at 3:30 and we end in Madison at 4 o'clock. That's part of our job. If it was on till 5, it was on till 5. When Craig Counsell goes to the Cubs, we hop on at 12:30. We go for 6.5 hours. I don't care. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. I mean, I'm so sick of the people that we are working with right now. It is ridiculous. You think right now we're setting ourselves up as an office to have a good year next year by leaving early?
I wouldn't go that far.
I will.
I'll say this. It's the holiday season. I think people have,
Merry freaking Thanksgiving. You got time off. Take it next time on Wednesday.
No, I like that you're hardline strict about taking vacation time when you take vacation time, but I don't see the big issue with, leaving maybe at 3 o'clock or something like that, a little bit early.
So say you had you had an employee that had something that you tasked them to do.
Well, they got to do it.
Yeah, exactly. They have a task to get something done today. There is something they can do to set themselves up when they get back from their vacation on Monday that they can hit the ground running.
I mean, but
instead we're going backwards.
Nobody's really working today, Ben. Like for I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about just in general. It is the day before a holiday. Most people are on vacation, or really today they're just not giving it their all because everybody's thinking about what they have to do for family, what they have to do for the holidays. Today is a day that you just set up, and it is known across America that the day before Thanksgiving, not a lot of people are getting stuff done. Matter of fact, when I worked in a UW system, I had to work.
This ain't the UW system, pal.
I'm just saying, the day after Thanksgiving, I had to go to work, and let me tell you, I knew it was going to be a light day. So I said, I'm not going to take a vacation day. I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to sit there and chill in my office.
That's fine.
I don't need to do
That's
anything.
all I'm asking.
And we got to leave a little bit early. So I wouldn't say it's that bad of a thing that people are leaving a little bit early.
Okay, so the market manager ain't here. The sales manager of one group ain't here. The sales manager of the other group ain't here. The marketing manager of the other group ain't here. You know what? That's why people are leaving early. Their asses were here. You think they'd be gone?
I have no idea.
I know their asses would still be in their seat, at least thinking like they're working.
Because typically I am in my office at that time, or now since I do the show, I'm doing the show now. So I don't know what time anybody leaves. But
you scared of conflict is what you are. You're Mr. Harmonious. You want to go upstairs and make sure everyone likes Kyle.
No, I'm my business. This ain't none of my business. That's what I say. Listen, I don't.
The culture and the team working towards having a winning year next year is my business.
Well, listen. I want everybody to be great, but I can't force people to be great the way I envision greatness. And I just my moment. It ain't my business. It ain't got nothing to do with my team. If my name ain't Emmett, so I ain't in it. That's all I'm saying.
Unfortunately, I'm connected to a lot of things I'm yelling about.
I'm just, ain't none of my business what other people doing.
Max Myerson, thanks for stepping in and running the show today.
Yeah, no problem.
And you'll be here till when?
I will be here till after the Marquette game.
Yep, you'll be working hard as ever.
There's an assignment he has to do.
Again, there are assignments in which I saw come through my email that nobody's doing. And by the way, it was an hour and a half lunch today. The long lunch crew is at it again. An hour and a damn half lunch, and now we're still clapping for people on their way out. It is absolutely ridiculous the way the work world has turned.
Well, KBN became the most hated show in the office.
That's fine.
Listen, we tell it how it is.
That's fine.
They don't have the heart.
Max,
we got the heart.
Max, you got heart. That's my guy.
Max, these people barely even know who you are.
I work hard.
Our office right now is Joe Barry's run defense.
Now you got Max in on it.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to be here on Thanksgiving working, so I don't have any sympathy for anybody.
I've done it before. I've done Christmas Day shows part-time making $10 an hour. Like, I've done it before. I love being around my family. I work on Sundays. Like, I put in work, but
I ain't calling you out, Kyle. I just didn't know you were going to protect. I didn't know you were the protector.
No, everybody's different. I encourage people to work as hard as they believe they need to work, and if they don't work as hard as they need to work, somebody will have that adjustment for them.
And I'm just making sure that they know that adjustment's coming, and I'm just giving their fair warning.
Jeez Louise, you got a little dictator here. He's like the dictator's right-hand man. My goodness.
I mean, if I need to be, I will.
Oh, gosh.
I'm sorry that there should be a standard at a workplace, and just deciding when you leave because you feel like it is not okay with me. Sorry, I didn't know that.
So you hate the holidays. That's what we found out. Ben hates the holidays. He hates the day before a holiday.
No. Here's the thing.
When did you come Scrooge?
The best part about the day before a holiday is all you have to do is, even if you aren't working, is pretend like it. And I wouldn't have said a freaking word. But standing up and clapping for people that are voluntarily doing nothing today is ridiculous. Ridiculous. To the core, it bothers me.
Did you get it off your chest?
Yes.
All right, cool. Got it. I mean, I'm right there with you.
Shout out to all you on the talking text line that understand where I'm coming from. And yes, maybe I am jealous I didn't get applauded to go into the show. 800-990-3776 on Twitter, at KBN ESPN on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee if you want to see a vein pop out of the head.
So is that your event for the day, or do we have other events that we want to vent about?
I mean, it could be airing of Grievance Wednesday. If anyone wants to air a grievance, now I do want to move the conversation forward to the ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line or the ESPN Wisconsin Vent line, because that's what I'm going to call it. It's the Vent line today, because everyone heading into the holidays, whether you enjoy them or not, there are always things that come with the holidays, right? Like whether you're going to in-laws, whether you're hosting, whether it's the creepy uncle, whether it's the food you're going to eat, whether it's the questions you got to answer. There's something going on. Max, you get the phone lines. I don't know what I did.
This creepy uncle thing that all of a sudden
everyone's got that creepy uncle.
I don't have a creepy uncle. I got some weird uncles. I got some different people in my family. I ain't got no creepy uncle now. That creepy uncle may not need to be at the family outing.
So here's the thing, Kyle. I'm nervous because
come on, why are you nervous?
I'm usually used to like doing a certain standard of like, I know what Thanksgiving is. I'm going 5 hours away from what I don't know. I don't know what Thanksgiving meal is going to be like. I don't know, and I can't insert myself into the kitchen. I don't want to insert myself in the kitchen. I feel like I'm going to get asked the same question 80 times in a row. Are you ready to be a dad? Are you ready to be a dad? And I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for the family. Oh, gosh, I'm being called out. That was 5 years ago. Let's go to it. Fine. If I'm going to call out the office, Justin from Illinois, welcome into Kyle Bruston Dortmund.
Hey, weren't you the one that not too long ago left work to go golf?
By not too long ago, that was 5 years ago. And yes, I'll take ownership, Justin. I appreciate you calling me out. Guess what happened after I left 2 minutes early before the show ended? Greg Scalzo, my former co-host, sat me down, had a very serious conversation, and I will not leave this room unless my stomach goes so crazy that I got to go to the bathroom. But I will be here until that light turns red when I send it to break for Marquette College Game Day here on 94.5 ESPN.
But didn't that happen right when this show started?
Correct.
Like the first week?
Oh, I took off.
He took a day off to go golf.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about 5 years ago when I actually did leave early. I got a talking to, and I'll never leave early again.
You took a day off to go golfing. You did do that.
Let's go Matt and Brown Deer, but that's my PTO. I can do whatever I want with it.
You sure can.
Matt, welcome into Kyle Bruston Nortman.
How you doing, guys?
Fantastic.
I wanted to, Ben, I'm listening today for one thing only. I know you're a Wisconsin guy. Truthfully, I kind of am too. But what did you think last night, and what do you think today? Do you think Marquette can win it?
Yeah, they absolutely can win it. I mean, they have an All-American point guard. Cam Jones is a stud. Sean Jones is fast as hell. Oso Iguodala got better. They're a legitimate team. Like, there's no doubt about it. I'm not going to sit here and knock what Shaka's doing. And look, I ain't going to lie. D. Wade's out in Maui. D. Wade's got them on boats in Maui. D. Wade's hanging out in the locker room. Like, that's swagalicious.
You can't lose when D. Wade's
I mean, you can, but I tell you what, that's winning. Good. Look, college sports are a showmanship. Like, Brad and you, Kyle, talk about, like, the bowl games. You want to set a floor. Man, they're setting hey, you come play with us, D. Wade's going to hang out. You're going to go on the boat on the vacation. I can't hate on that. There's no hating coming from me here today. Now, if they lose, will I be sad? Absolutely not. But they're good, and I know it.
They are very good. And last week when you were talking trash about them, I realized that it was I laughed with you because I thought it was real until I saw the game last night. That's a very good team. I didn't realize they were on that boat with D. Wade.
Yeah, they're on a boat with D. Wade. He's hanging out in the locker room with them. And that's cool because look, a future NBA Hall of Famer can be doing a lot of things with their time, and spending time with the team and Shaka Smart and trying to grow the program. He doesn't have to do that. He's a minority investor in a new WNBA team. And he's hanging out with Marquette. He must be a minority investor in the NIL program.
He probably is, and he should be. I'm proud of D. Wade, and I'm proud of Marquette.
To be fair, it's not that hard to say, hey, you want to come to Hawaii for a few days?
Fair, but I have a feeling he's going to be around more than just Hawaii based off of this. 414 chimes in. Way to air it out, Ben. Fellow teammate agreeing that leaving early, being applauded is weird when some of us here are putting in a full day. You know what, 414? I'm glad you didn't disclose yourself, but just know I got your back. I got your back, 414. Kyle doesn't. Kyle doesn't have your back. He wants everyone to just hop, skip, and jump out of here.
I don't manage them. I don't care what if I don't manage you, it's not my business.
I look at that the wrong way.
I stay out of your business.
You should care about every single person in this office.
Don't be nosy. Dipping and dapping and you don't know what's happening.
No, I know exactly what's happening. That's the problem. I wish I didn't know. Bill in Green Bay, welcome into Kyle Bruston Nortman on this very energetic and positive Wednesday.
Holy moly, Benny. Benny and the Rams. How's it going? Benny and the boys.
Yo, what up, Bill?
Okay, I'll start with let's go Packers.
All right, hey, they play tomorrow. We're going to get a Green Bay props and preview. We got to cover 5 picks. We got a lot to talk about. Luke Musgrave, IR. He'll be out for 4 games. Aaron Jones, doubtful. Big injury report. And, I appreciate you getting us started on that way, Bill, because -7.5 is what the line is for Detroit. I think it's going to be interesting. But that leads me to the vent line. I have something more to vent about, and it comes with the holidays.
Oh, my goodness. I'm excited. I like venting. It's just, you stole all my vent energy away. Like, I don't feel like I can match your energy of how
you can get there.
I'm in a good mood. I'm happy. My Packers won. My Badgers won. I just got back off vacation. It's been a light day. I mean, I have nothing to be upset about.
We'll be back, or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll leave and get a round of applause on the way out. That's next on Kyle Bruston Nortman, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
I'm not going to judge. I like to keep it off of the nipple thing because I have hard nipples all the time. It doesn't matter if it's hot or cold. I'm popping. I'm probably popping out of this Wade Miley jersey for all I know.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust here for Legacy Exteriors. Make sure you give them a call, 608-221-3000, for all of your exterior needs because they are the best in Dane County. Roofing, windows, gutters, siding, and decks. Can Legacy do it? You bet. They now offer 4-season sunrooms as well. If you're looking for an improvement on your home, whether it's the exteriors or something to enjoy all year long, Legacy Exteriors has it all for you. Legacy-exteriors.com or give them a call, 608-221-3000.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra. The perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
ESPN Madison is on Wisconsin Sports. Catch up on anything you missed on the Varsity Podcast on Wisconsin On Demand. Brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, shop local. Part of the Madison community since 1973.
Circus Sports is now available at American Place. Bet on your favorite Milwaukee and Wisconsin teams, from Wisconsin football and basketball to all the Milwaukee basketball action, as well as more games nationwide. The Circus Sportsbook at American Place has 36 TVs, so you won't miss any of the action. And it's just 30 minutes from Kenosha and 45 minutes from Racine. For more information and to find out about their events, go to circusports.com. All Circus Sports bets must be placed in Illinois. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text GAMB to 833-234.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Hey everyone, Molly Brown here from ESPN Madison. For the best Southwestern food and margaritas in the Madison area, it's always Pasquale's Cantina for me. Whether I'm enjoying my favorite taco salad, their awesome chips and guac, or one of their famous burritos, Pasquale's is the best for authentic Southwestern fare. Plus, they have one of the largest tequila selections around. Visit one of their locations in Verona or Middleton today, or check out their menu and order online at Pasquale'sCantina.com.
Bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest. Pasquale's Cantina. In a world without Mountain Dew, life would be pretty dull. Because when you crack open an ice-cold Mountain Dew, you enter a world where the ground rules of life are a little different. So grab yourself a Mountain Dew and get that incomparable blast of neon citrus flavor. Together with Mountain Dew, there's nothing you can't do and almost nothing you won't do to take things to the next level. Hey, the operating rule is pretty simple. If you're not having an outrageously good time, you're not drinking Dew. Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
Hi, I'm Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock with Retirement Income Strategies. And what sets us apart is we're an independent, family-run office. We help clients like you understand the financial world and build a portfolio that's in your best interest. To learn more, go to MadisonMoneyGuy.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Ben Brust, the most loved man in our office right now, alongside Kyle Wallace, who's here to protect them all.
I'm just saying, they're going to get it back in blood, Ben. Better be careful. That's what this song is about. They're going to get it back in blood.
Well, I got Jason and Madison at my disposal if I need. So if there's blood come off of me, there's blood come off of them. 6'4", 270, no big deal.
All right, what else do you want to vent about today, man?
Maybe I moved past the vent, but I do know that I've gotten some texts here on the ESPN Wisconsin Talking Text line. For those who are working and those specifically in our office, I've gotten the Ben is a Scrooge, build a bridge and get the bleep over it. Clapping is one way to make coming into work a little bit better today. I mean, I could do 2 hours on this, guys. I won't, for the sake of my sanity and for the holidays, right? Because I'm just supposed to be happy, according to Kyle.
Yeah, how are you going, like, for real, though? You're going to start the holiday like this, so now you got to do a whole drive somewhere, all upset and uptight about something that happened. Trust me, I done did it before. I done had my blood pressure high because of work, and you know what? Usually I say 2 tens in a bucket, and you know what rhymes with bucket. But sometimes you can't do that. And so I had to get myself to calm down at certain points, and especially during the holiday, you don't want this type of energy having to be in a car ride for all them hours to go see other people's family. Well, that's already mentally taxing enough.
Diana McGuanago chimes in, the #1 Kyle lover of KBN. So glad my boy Kyle is back. I hope you had a great vacation. It's going to be a good night because Marquette's going to win.
I think they will.
I think it's going to be a good one. I do believe that they're more experienced in a weird way with Kolek and Cam Jones. Like, I don't know. Zach Edey does not I'm not going to get into college basketball, breaking it down, but he's 7'4", and it's very rare to find a 7'4" guy, but he can't move. They can't keep up with the speed of Marquette. That would be my opinion. Again, so when it comes to the Thanksgiving holiday, right? Again, the amount of times that it's going to be, are you ready for the baby? Kyle, there's got to be something.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I'm going down to St. Louis with the girlfriend's family, and this is the first time in a long time where I don't have the reliability of knowing that the food is going to be amazing, right? I trust the family recipe.
So can your baby mama, can she cook?
We're going to find out.
Wait a minute. Y'all live together and you don't know if she can cook or not?
Well, I know my girlfriend.
I mean, is she not cooking? She not standing on her feet putting in some work for Thanksgiving?
I think when you're 28, 29 weeks pregnant, you get a little bit of a break on how much you have to do behind the kitchen.
Okay, I have no idea.
But I'm telling you, you can call anonymously. I promise I won't say your name. I will not say your name on air, 800-990-3776. This is the vent line. If there's something in the holidays in which you're spending time with people, you don't want to go because of blank and this person blank, whatever your vent is, you can be Will from London. You won't be referenced as anything that you are calling in to Max Meyerson behind there. He will hear you out, and you can get your 20 to 30 second vent out about what you are least looking forward to on the holiday.
Yeah, so here for me, my thing is this: I've gone to significant others, families, houses, but they don't come from big families. The girl I'm dating now, she has a little bigger family, and so for their holiday, I'm cool with the food. Food is good. They can cook. They check the box. All right, that's good. But the problem is there's a lot of women, and all they gonna ask the whole time, gonna ask the question is about a ring. Matter of fact, I just took a vacation with her family, and she told her family, y'all get one proposal question each. That's all y'all get. Y'all don't get one question to ask about a wedding ring. And so when I show up on Thursday,
do they not do that? They on vacation?
Oh, they got their one. Everybody got their one. That was it. You get one time to ask Kyle a question. You know, I have some slick response. One time that you get the question, and that's it. And so I'm not really in for all the ring questions that I'm going to get tomorrow. So that, it is what it is. And then the games. All that, like, so we're going somewhere to eat, and then after it's just like, are we going to go to my aunt's house and play games? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to your aunt's house to play games. I'm going to be with my family. But no, I'm not really into the holiday games. I enjoy watching football, relaxing, hearing the family loud in the background, and just chilling. I don't want to do too much conversation.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Is games are like it turns into everyone has to be around, everyone has to be a part of it, and there's 3 football games on. There's nothing more than I want to do than eat all the food in the world and not have to think about whatever game that we play. And some of these games take 2 hours.
Entirely too long. I have no interest in playing any games. I think I sat around a table playing video games at a holiday, and it's just not my cup of tea.
I love games, but there's a time and a place for games. It's when you make the time to invite the people to come over and have the game night. It's not when you're all together and then you have to force the game down everyone's throat. That to me is probably number one there. Well done, Maxie. Is there? You got to have a gripe? What's your gripe?
It's the same thing though. I just hate the questions, because I live in Milwaukee. All my family's in Ohio, so I haven't seen them in a long time.
Oh,
so
that's
it's a lot of catching up questions.
Same answer.
Same answer 20 times in a row.
Do they think you're a jerk probably because you start getting shorter with the answer as time goes?
I hope not, but yeah, it's tough because then there's people you like kind of know as family, but you sort of don't know as well, and you're just kind of
who do
you only see them on Thanksgiving.
Who do y'all invite? Like you kind of know as family, you don't, and that they at your house eating, or they with you eating?
So for Thanksgiving, I go to my uncle's house, so there's a separate side of the family.
Oh, see, that's the best. You don't. So
you sort of don't know them, but you see them once a year.
All these years, you ain't got to know them.
I mean, I know them from literally talking to them once a year.
Oh my God!
In the shortest conversation of all time. Yeah, my job's good. It's fine.
So you don't. So here's the thing about me. I like talking about myself, clearly, I enjoy when they ask me about my work, my job, and all that. I say, oh well, I'm doing this or doing that. I enjoy that. That's fun. I get to talk about myself. I don't like talking about things that don't. When it comes to weddings and marriage, I feel like Ben may be in the same boat as me. We may get a little bit of cold feet when it comes to actually dabbing our toe in a marriage for a long time. One thing having a baby. Give me all the babies in the world. It's another thing being committed for the rest of my life to one person.
Give me all the babies in the world. How many do you want, Kyle?
I'll make all the babies I need to be happy.
You know what comes with babies?
Yeah, good cost.
Yeah, big cost.
Well, listen, oh boy, what's his name? The brother Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon got like 12 baby mamas, and he able to manage them all.
Yeah, well, Nick Cannon's a millionaire.
I mean,
are you there?
I got 10,000 for each baby.
Coming up next, we're going to hear from Rob Domofsky. I feel like he will settle me down because he's going to have the latest on the Green Bay Packers, the injury situation. I know he thinks the Green Bay Packers have no shot against the Detroit Lions. I heard him earlier on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Kyle is feeling a little bit of belief. We recorded a video for our great friends at ESPN Madison. It started with how, Kyle? You were like, they're going to cover the spread.
I was thinking they were going to cover, and then I just, I started feeling myself
the holiday
a bit.
Spirit.
Exactly. I'm in the holiday spirit to have a good Thanksgiving.
Rob Domofsky of ESPN joins us next.
This is Kyle Broston-Nortman, presented by Bud Light.
Any of this, what did you say, entitled, and any of this other stuff?
You remind me of the David Bakhtiari of ESPN Wisconsin.
You're a jack blank. That's the best way I can put it. And I do have to give Kyle and Nordy credit because I heard it, and they both knew that you were being an idiot.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Woo! I am thirsty today. Definitely going to need a cold one. There's the one. It's time to grab some more Shiner beer. And again, we're chatting with Shiner's Mike Lubke, and their holiday specials are something you cannot pass up. A variety pack that features Shiner's favorites, bringing back old and new.
For the first time, we're doing a package called Home for the Holidays, which is a mix of 12 different beers that we've brewed in the past. Holiday cheers in there, but there's 11 different others. There's a regular Dunkelweizen, an amber, a Kolsch, a cold front Dortmunder that we've done in the past. One highlight is our birthday beer from our 106th birthday. It's a chocolate stout that we did in the past. All sorts of fun stuff. Some brands that we haven't brewed in 5, 6, 7 years.
Thanks again to Mike Lubke for checking in on Ben's Beer Fridge. Can't wait to get my hands on the variety pack, and remember, now that it's holiday season, the fridge should always be stocked. Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
The standards have been set from quarterbacks that have been here before us, and you're trying to continue to raise your game until you get to that bar.
This is your Green and Gold Fix on 100.5 ESPN.
You're going to evolve throughout the course of the season. It's always the fine line of what's too much.
This Green and Gold Fix is driven by Metro Ford.
Well, the week of practice is over for the Packers as they are traveling to Detroit today to take on the Lions on Thanksgiving morning in a game that, yes, does have some meaning, but as Matt LaFleur knows, he still tries to take every game one at a time.
I mean, we got a hell of an opponent staring us on a short week, and that's our sole focus. And we'll worry about that other stuff down the road. I think we're a long way from even thinking about that. It's just our focus is on getting better each and every day.
Kickoff Thursday is at 11:30. Catch our pregame coverage. It's Green Bay Game Day across ESPN Wisconsin starting at 8:30 on Thursday morning.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
ESPN Wisconsin. Typically a little bit later the show. No Brad Nortman, so we had to move Here Brad out to yesterday.
Did you send this song?
No, this must be the magic music button.
This is Rob Domofsky's intro music.
This I've never heard. This isn't his intro.
Did Rob choose this?
This is the intro music that we play on the Homer Hour, and so we're going to play it every time.
No, because Rob's got Springsteen, I'm pretty sure, on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. We can be our own, own crew here.
You got to create your own Rob Domofsky.
It's Ratchet Rob, so you should be playing like City Girls, or you should be playing Cardi B.
It's Ratchet Rob Wednesday.
Rob,
welcoming in to Kyle Brust and Nortman, Rob Domofsky of ESPN. What's up, Rob?
Don't change that music that Max has got it picked out. That's Frank Turner and the Sleeping Souls right from London.
Yeah, see, we got you, but it's on the Homer Hour, and so we need the Kyle Bruston Nortman bump back. Don't you have Springsteen on Jen Gave It Chewy?
I believe so. So we'll have to come up with something.
You don't like City Girls?
Your pick.
Yeah, you know what we should do is we should trial run each week that Rob comes on. We can figure out.
Sexy Red.
Well,
you heard of Sexy Red?
We should have something that's themed of the opponent. We should have some Motown stuff today.
I like that. All right. So then we got something Kansas City related. Little barbecue. Rob Domofsky, Luke Musgrave to IR. Aaron Jones doubtful. Is Dontavian Wicks, real quick, still on concussion protocol?
He is. Yeah, he is. I would suspect there's no way he plays.
And so I hear John Anderson yesterday. I hear Kyle in a prediction. You have to be outside your damn mind if you think the Packers are going to win tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, 100%. I actually, I don't think this team wins this game with all those guys available. Maybe with all of them, including Aaron Jones. But I just don't see it. I don't see how they can compete with this roster on a short week. And it's not just Aaron Jones at the running back. They got A.J. Dillon and a bunch of guys who weren't on the roster 4 days ago. So it's a tall task. Dontavian Wicks, kind of low-key underrated, might be their biggest playmaker right now, and he's out. So the other thing, too, look at Christian Watson and Jaden Reed. They're both on the injury report. Now, they'll both play, but nobody's healthy at this time of the year, and these guys are especially not healthy.
So we should basically write the Packers off tomorrow. That's what we're saying.
Kyle, I don't see any way they compete down to the end. I think they could be in the game for a while, but I don't know that it's going to be 27-3 or whatever it was at halftime of the Week 4 game. But I don't know that it'll be much more competitive to the point where you think, oh yeah, they've got a chance to win. I do think if they survive this week and nothing terrible happens, I do think they can win next Sunday against Kansas City to set themselves up on a semi-run for the month of December and maybe make a push at this thing.
So if you think they're not going to win, what is the actual victory then tomorrow? Because I am a believer of moral victories in football, especially when you have a young roster like the Packers. So tomorrow, coming from the Packer game, what is an actual victory other than actually winning a game in your mind?
Well, two things. One, the defense cannot give up 200 yards rushing and take a massive step backwards, like they did a couple of weeks ago at Pittsburgh. And two, Jordan Love's got to continue to hit some plays down the field and just have another game where your completion percentage is at 65%. I think he was at 67.5 last week. Just keep doing those things. Keep making the right plays and not, and not just getting gouged in the running game and not getting dominated when you're on offense. I think if those two things happen and they come out of this game feeling like they didn't lose the momentum that they had. They really could be sitting on a 3-game winning streak right now. It's 2 out of the last 3, but they could easily have 3 games in a row. So I do kind of believe that they have a little bit of momentum going, and I'm a big believer in momentum in sports. I do think it matters. So if they can just find a way to not be totally, demoralized and lose whatever momentum they've built, I think they'll be okay when they come out of this on the other side.
So Rob, they have an 8 to 9% chance of making the playoff as it stands right now. And I have pledged myself to jump in Lake Michigan if they make the playoffs. If they make the playoffs, will you join me?
No, because I think their chances are a little bit higher than that. I'll jump in. I'll jump in a little bit of a warmer body of water, but I'm not going for Lake Michigan.
So talk to me why you think it's better than 8 to 9%, because I'm having a hard time with the theory of, well, if they get one of 2 against the Chiefs or the Lions, well, I know who they play in the last 5. There's nobody good. But haven't we done this before, right? Like, haven't we talked about coming off of a bye and playing the Broncos? Or haven't we talked about coming off of Thursday Night Football and playing the Raiders? Like the Packers aren't good. So to talk about them rolling off 4-1 or 5 straight, it's hard for me to put that together.
Here's the thing. They are going to have, Ben, 7 teams in the playoffs in the NFC. I think we can sit here right now and name the 6 off the top of our head. Philadelphia and Dallas out of the East. Seattle and San Francisco out of the West. whoever, Detroit out of the North, and whoever wins the NFC South, which is right now, I think, New Orleans. So that means of the following teams, one will make the playoffs. Minnesota, Green Bay, Washington, Atlanta, and maybe the Rams? Like, one of those teams has to get in.
So with that, Rob, right? So
That is incredible.
It is
absolutely incredible.
But the Packers haven't beat a team over 500.
Right. So they don't win this one. Let's say they sneak one out against Kansas City, and then, what if they win the last five, four of the last five? They're 8-9, 9-8.
Rob, you're not wrong. I'm looking at this right now. You said they haven't beaten a team over 500. The Giants suck. The Buccaneers aren't that good. The Panthers are atrocious. They're terrible. The Vikings may not have just
Packers suck too.
But all these other teams suck.
I know, but that's why I'm saying to roll off 5 straight is insane.
No, but our suck doesn't suck as much as some of these other teams. We are sucking with momentum.
Minnesota won 4 straight games.
But Minnesota has Josh Dobbs at quarterback. They may not have Justin Jefferson back here. Their backfield isn't that great.
Sam Howell's better than Jordan Love.
Listen, there is an opportunity.
They lost to Atlanta.
The Packers, are you saying
they lost to Brett Rippon?
Are you saying an 8-win team can get into the playoffs?
I mean, all I'm saying is one of those teams is going to make it, and it's whoever sucks the least will get in. Because you're right, Ben. Those teams are all terrible. And you know what's going to happen is whoever gets in will go on the road to the number 2 seed because the one gets the bye
and get destroyed.
The season will be over.
It'll be like the Bears when they went 8-9, made the playoffs.
The season will be over, but they'll say, "Hey, we made the playoffs, and we got something to build on for next year." That one of those teams is going to say that, and I'm not. Minnesota right now obviously has the edge in that, but I'm not convinced the Josh Dobbs magic is going to continue. I'm sure on ESPN, Washington D.C., they're sitting here saying the same thing. Well, the Commanders stink. There's no way they're going to make the playoffs. Down in Atlanta, ESPN Atlanta. Whoever's down there is saying, boy, the Falcons stink. They're not making the playoffs. I don't know what they're saying over in the Twin Cities. Maybe they think they are making the playoffs.
Oh, they think they are.
Maybe,
And maybe they will. But if they don't, who else does? Maybe it's the Packers.
But, Rob, so here's my thing that kind of brings the conundrum for the Green Bay Packers. Do the Packers as an organization, you always want to make the playoffs, but when you think about it, are you better suited making the playoffs or missing the playoffs? Because I think at this point, you said it best. You're going to get destroyed. You're going to get beat in that first round. You're probably better off getting a higher pick so you can get a better quality guy, an offensive tackle you may need, or a wide receiver you may need. And having the 17th pick versus having the 11th pick is a big difference.
Yeah, but the difference between having the 17th pick and the 11th pick is not as big as the difference between having the 11th pick and the 5th pick. If they're not gonna be in the top 5, 6, 7, then, I'm not sure that it matters once you get to picks 11 through 15, 16, whatever it is in there. I don't know that that's where there's the biggest difference. So in that regard, you either need to be, just bomb out and get a high pick or give it your best shot and make the playoffs. And, the draft pick falls where the draft pick falls because they do have enough ammunition. They can always move in the draft if they really, really want to. They got ton of picks. They also have a lot of cash and cap space to spend in free agency. To me, even if you make the playoffs and get your head beat in, to me, I still think that's the better way to go because you can come out of the season saying, you know what, we accomplished something. I've said this before, and at the time I didn't believe it, but Mike McCarthy's first year when they were 4-8 and they ended up on a 4-game winning streak in 2006 and went 8-8, and all that offseason they talked about how that was hugely important. I thought it was a bunch of hooey, and they went 13-3 the next year. Now, did they go 13-3 that year because they finished the season on a 4-game winning streak? I don't know, but it sure felt like something was building. And as I said before, I believe momentum is a big thing in sports.
Talking with Rob Domofsky here on Kyle Brust and Nortman. Rob has all the information needed for you to get ready for the Packers Thursday Thanksgiving game tomorrow morning. And, beyond the injuries and everything that leads up to tomorrow, I'm trying to figure out if that winning culture aspect that you're talking about matters. Because to me, when you look at this roster and you look at the defense, and you look at the holes they have to fill. Running back's going to be completely different. Left tackle is obviously a need. The safety and cornerback position is a huge question, right? Like, Joe Barry, is he going to be here? So when you think about a team, in terms of making the run at the right time, I don't think next year is that year. I think the next year after that, if everything goes to plan, is. So why would you want to overextend yourself with wins? And I know you don't want to try and lose, but isn't it better if they can get the best value when they have 5 picks in the top 80?
I mean, if you look at it that way, Ben, yes. I just don't think that's the way people in the arena look at it, though. It's the way we might look at it. It's the way.
Yeah, you're talking about how Goody's going to approach this.
Yeah, I mean, and I just don't think that anybody at that level is willing to concede any victory at any point. I mean, I know in the NBA maybe they do, but that doesn't. In my 25, 26 years around the NFL, that just doesn't seem to be the culture of teams. And I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the way they operate. And while I agree with you that next year they're going to have holes. But you know what? Every year they have holes. I mean, even the really good teams, the great teams, they have guys that they need to replace for whether it's performance reasons, salary cap reasons, or whatever. So I think you're kind of always in a constant state of, well, we don't have this or we don't have that in the NFL because there's so many moving parts. So I just think that they just look at it like we're going to win as many games as we can. We're going to try to get in the playoffs, and if we don't, then we'll see where we pick in the draft. And that to me is the way they operate.
That would be insane to me if the Green Bay Packers missed the playoffs last year with Aaron Rodgers and go on this year to make the playoffs with Jordan Love as their starting.
I'll be jumping in Lake Michigan.
With this roster that they have on this team. That would amaze me. I know the league changes year to year, but to me, making the playoffs this year would actually mean more for this franchise than making the playoffs that would have last year.
I tend to agree, but I still think it's a pipe dream.
I agree. I totally think it's a pipe dream. But I do think, in Kyle's point, I think it could really mean something for this young team.
Oh, God, this is amazing. Look, so, Rob, I got after our teammates for leaving the office early and clapping for everybody. And so now I have a couple waving to me goodbye at our 3rd Street Market Hall. And Kyle can't even keep it together.
Dog.
Hey.
They drove. That was hilarious.
I like the leaning in.
They couldn't wait till 3 o'clock.
I know, but that's my point. That's my point. Is I now have even more evidence of people not working hard.
Did they take a lunch?
Oh, yeah, an hour and a half. And they worked. Then they, quote unquote, Rob, worked, and now they're off to their Thanksgiving.
3. I mean, I would have waited till at least 3.
Thank you, Kyle.
Went to the bathroom or something.
Oh, man. Rob, have a great Thanksgiving, and we will, I guess, I don't even know if you have Thanksgiving in the NFL.
Well,
or they call it Thursday, right?
Yeah, I can tell you this. The press box food at Ford Field, the turkey will taste like the mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes will taste like the stuffing. The stuffing will taste like the gravy, which tastes like the paper plate that we eat it off of.
Oh, well.
Sorry for that.
I'll save you a plate, all right? How about that?
All right, thanks, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
That's Rob Demovsky of ESPN. Kyle, you got any friends to tell us about here?
I don't have any friends to tell you
Well,
about.
I got plenty of friends like Palermo's Pizza because that's the winning pizza. That's what people who work their hardest do. That's the people who stay past 2:45.
They're still there.
They're still there. There's actually a Screaming Sicilian Bessie's Revenge. That's what they should do if you're going to be in the office.
We should put it in.
You know what, Kyle? Let's put it in. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna say, hey, for anyone who's still here, there's a Bessie's Revenge Screaming Sicilian Pizza in the pizza oven right now at our office at the Avenue in the 3rd Street Market Hall because they have the whole milk mozzarella cheese that's sourced here in Wisconsin. They have that secret tomato recipe sauce. And again, whether it's Bessie's Revenge, the Holy Pepperoni, the Supremus Maximus, get your singing voice ready, Kyle. The Mambo Italiano. Mambo. Very good, boys. Thin and crispy, tavern style, 2.5 feet of stuffed crust cheese, and the I'm stuffed Screaming Sicilian. Ooh-wee. Find your screaming pleasure in your local grocer's freezer. Taking you home till 4 o'clock, 3:30 here on ESPN Milwaukee. 3:30 is when the Marquette Radio Network starts before the Maui Invitational Championship. Gabe Neitzel will have you from there. We'll keep it going. Kyle Brust-Nortman.
You're listening to Kyle Brust-Nortman.
Okay, that might be true.
In Ben's defense, I will say that Al was very confident as well, saying that he was going to smoke Brust.
He did.
So,
He just talked some smack. Chris, Benny Believer. I have 3% now.
Benny Believer.
There's Benny Believers out there. You better believe it.
Who created that?
Benny Believer.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin.
Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts. For just the second time in program history, the Wisconsin football team will play a game internationally in 2027 as they head to Dublin, Ireland. The Badgers football team will open the 2027 season against Pittsburgh and Dublin, which will be a designated road game for Bucky. This is technically a home-and-home series as the Panthers will visit Camp Randall Stadium the year prior in 2026. Wisconsin's only other game that happened overseas was in 1993 in the Coca-Cola Bowl, which the Badgers won 41-20 over Michigan State in Tokyo, Japan.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin can dramatically help lower your energy costs year-round. No interest and no down payment for up to 36 months when you order by November 30th. Visit PellaWI.com.
Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. It's been over 4.5 years I've worked with Zimbrick European, and it's time for you to stop on by and check out all the inventory they have to offer. You can also go to ZimbrickEuropean.com for certified pre-owns, Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, electric vehicles. They literally have it all for you. It's your one-stop shop. Don't forget about Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans as well. Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Check it out. You will enjoy it.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of Prep Mania, will feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for you, presenting the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Paid actor portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com.
Big trailers and big opportunity. Since 1962, Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business. With competitive wages and excellent benefits, plus growth and advancement opportunities, Stoughton Trailers is an exciting place to grow your career. Join the collaboration, innovation, and dynamic team atmosphere at Stoughton Trailers, with positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, supply chain, and more. Go to stojobs.com to apply today. Stoughton Trailer, big trailers, big opportunity.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys.
Oh, this is a good one. This is like a meme.
Tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw,
Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We'll be with you on 100.5 ESPN Madison till 4 o'clock. Here on 94.5 ESPN, we're in the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio. Gabe Neitzel will be taking over for the Marquette Radio Network pregame show leading into the Maui Invitational Championship game against the Purdue Boilermakers. Ben Brust here alongside Kyle Wallace, fresh off vacation. Max Meyerson grinding back there. And, you know, we were having a conversation with a couple people in the office. You know, I feel like there's a lot, I don't know if you felt this because you were on vacation, but Max and I were talking about yesterday. There's too many negative takes about Thanksgiving food. Everyone's ripping on it. Like, it is what it is.
Well,
like, just embrace it.
Okay, so you said your family can cook for Thanksgiving. You said, we got the whole
We got the white
spread.
meat. We got the dark meat. We got the stuff, like, all the essentials.
I had stuffing for the first time 2 years ago, and let me tell you, it's not dressing. It's not as good as dressing, but it's not bad. It's a little more dry, but it's good.
Yeah, so, again, if it's a little bit drier, that's what gravy's for. Just douse that thing in gravy.
Okay, what else do you eat?
Now, this is the best thing that I was ever taught when it came to like a beef tenderloin or a turkey, anything that has to do with gravy. You take a utensil in which I'm holding a pen. So if you are on the stream at ESPN Milwaukee, you take the utensil, say it's a knife or a spoon, and you plop it on the back side of the plate. So if you just have it underneath the plate on the back side, it's tilted just enough where all of the gravy, if you don't want to get it all over the plate, it centralizes in the turkey and mashed potatoes area. You can keep whatever you want to keep dry. Does that make sense, Max?
We're doing science experiments.
It's not a science experiment.
Who wants to keep their plate dry?
I'm just saying.
Favorite thing
so
about
you're a mixer.
My favorite thing about Thanksgiving is that the greens touch the macaroni. The macaroni, it touches the baked beans. The baked beans, it touches the dressing. The dressing, it touches the turkey. The turkey, it touches the ham. It's a full circle with gravy all in it. That's what I love about Thanksgiving, is the fact that all my foods, I get to mix together and eat it. And the best thing is having leftovers and put it in the air fryer.
Yeah, I'm with Kyle on this. You got to mix it all up, man. That's the
This is more for the beef tenderloin, because getting au jus and like different like vegetables and whatnot.
Beef tenderloin on Thanksgiving.
No, that's Christmas. That's the Christmas meal.
Okay.
Christmas is Papa Bruss does the beef tenderloin with the au jus and whatnot. Maybe a twice baked potato, a vegetable. That's how Papa Bruss does it on Christmas. But that being said, this is the meal. I'm typically a weirdo. Like, I eat typically, just say it's a normal meal. If it's chicken and a vegetable and a potato, I eat all of the chicken first. Then I eat all of the vegetable next. And then I eat all of the potato.
Your food's not that good.
That's a little...
It's not about the food being that good.
I can tell it's not good because anybody... Listen, if the food is good, you cannot wait to dabble in all of it.
It just means it's that good that I got to focus.
No. If you were...
For Thanksgiving, I'll mix it all together like a tornado.
You mix it all together. You take the meat and you dip it into mashed potatoes or something like that. That's when you know it's good.
We did make this the ESPN Wisconsin vent line today, 800-990-3776. We will not disclose your identity. If you have any gripes, any grievances you would like to get off your chest without your in-laws or your spouses knowing, this is the place. Don't say my name. I won't. But we have 38 people crammed into a finished basement, children out of control, way too many drunks, and then on the other side is a bunch of sarcastic, drug-using, depressing, whiny idiots.
Wow. What?
That's what this is for. This is the vent line.
Yeah.
I agree. Here's the thing. If I had
800-990-3776, I will not say your name.
If I had to deal with that on the holiday, I would not be happy because I don't have time for any type of drama or anything like that. I just want people to be loud and I want love in the air. When you talking about people being whiny and doing drugs and then people being drunk, that just sounds like a bad recipe for a whole bunch of combativeness in a household on Thanksgiving. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Bobo in the Bunny Ranch chimes in, nothing good happens staying dry. That's on brand for our guy Bobo. JB, go ahead, Maxie.
That's what she said.
JB in the V chimes in, you know what? I will take ownership over this. I called Brad Nortman a serial killer for packing 14 days before France. Benny eating each food separately is psychopath behavior that is on the same line as Brad Nortman.
That is true.
Packing
That is
14
correct.
days is ahead. I would
Turning the plate.
argue
That's psycho.
I would argue that Brad 14 days is still worse.
Well, I would argue that I work with two psychopaths.
I mean, you're not perfect either.
Listen, I'm weird, but I ain't crazy.
Well, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. 800-990-3776. The vent line is open. I won't say your name. See, I'm telling you, I got the name here. But I do think 38 people crammed into a finished basement is something worth complaining about.
It's having a large family that bad. I mean, Max makes it seem like mixing family is a horrible thing. And
I do know.
You're concerned about potentially the food you're going to eat.
Greg Scalzo, who we still work with, who was my former co-host, he goes to a Thanksgiving in which there is 80-ish people on Thanksgiving.
That might be too many.
Isn't that wild?
They're not in a house. They're like some hall.
That's an Irish family for you right there.
But do they rent a hall?
No, it's like it's
in somebody's house. What type of house can hold 80?
I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. I can't. That's a good follow-up question.
You know all 80 of the people there.
No, especially when he's going to his in-laws' side.
Oh, wow.
So that makes it even more. I would say that's probably better because you can escape.
That's true.
You could escape if you know everyone there. Then you have to get caught up here. Now, again, I won't read this person's name. The eye rolls and the judgment I get for going for a walk before dinner and coming back red-eyed and hungry, then polishing 3 to 4 plates. Say my name, Ben. Let him know. That's right, Adam and Madison. Let him know. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Adam. You do you.
Why is his eyes red because the wind got in his eye? He's cold?
Very good, Kyle. Very good. No grievances on Thanksgiving as long as stuffing is present. Stuffing cures all ills. There is no stuffing. Watch out. You can identify me. JJ in Point. And I love that people are okay with the identification of their gripes. 800-990-3776.
So y'all don't eat greens or mac and cheese on Thanksgiving either?
Oh, I mean, like,
green bean casserole.
Get the green bean casserole out of my face.
You guys are crazy.
That's Caucasian as
this is what I'm talking about.
Green bean
that hate
casserole.
Thanksgiving food, that hate on green bean casserole. Like
If green bean, but here's the thing: if green bean casserole was that good,
it's not good.
You would be eating it once a week.
It would be. Listen,
that's not true.
There's a reason why green bean casserole is not soul food because it's not tasty enough to make the cut.
Thank you, Kyle. 800-990-3776.
Would you season it with water and salt?
What? No.
We'll be back in 2 minutes.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Honestly,
I don't like it.
Honestly, sometimes I don't like when I win either.
Yeah.
Because I'm really annoying about it, and I think the entire listening audience, I'd probably have like 2% of everyone listening is rooting for me to win. The other 98% are rooting for me to fall on my face.
I'm in that 98% now.
Most topics can be polarizing. I feel like this is not polarizing.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey, it's Alex Strofe. What gets lost in the middle of football season is the fact that the holidays are going to sneak up on you. So while you're thinking of it, there's no better place to go than Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. Diamond Jim, the owner of the store, is in the store every single day, 7 days a week, ready to help you, whether you're looking to take that next step or you just need to treat your special someone or yourself. There's no better place to do it than with Jim at Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. Visit them online, condonjeweler.com. That's condonjeweler.com. Or pop in today on the east side of Madison.
Hey, this is Eric Name of The Athletic. You're listening to Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Mr. Irrelevant. Join Alex Strofe and a featured special guest every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, exclusively streaming on ESPN Madison's social media platforms. Also, subscribe to hear the full Mr. Irrelevant podcast on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcast. Rivalry week this week in football in the state of Wisconsin. Packers and Badgers both heading on the road to take on their border state rivals. Packers taking on the 8-2 Lions in Detroit for the early game on Thanksgiving. Green Bay Game Day with Alex Strofe and Colin Russo starts bright and early this Thanksgiving at 8:30 a.m. right here on 100.5 ESPN. Tight end Luke Musgrave and running back Emmanuel Wilson both added to IR today, adding to the long list of injured Packers heading into this game. Meanwhile, the Wisconsin Badgers looking to reclaim Paul Bunyan's axe against Minnesota. Badgers currently 2-point road favorites against the Golden Gophers. Wisconsin College Game Day with Colin Russo and former Badgers Chris Orr and Brad Nortman starts 2 hours prior to kickoff at 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. Bucks taking on the Boston Celtics later tonight. It's their first time facing former point guard Drew Holiday in a Celtics uniform. That game starts at 6:30, so pregame coverage starts at 6 right here
Metro
at 1.5.
Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN. Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
800-990-3776. The ESPN Wisconsin talking text line has turned into the Thanksgiving holiday. I have to deal with the in-laws vent line. Bill, number 4 from Wauwatosa, chimes in. Tomorrow, as with every single year, my aunt will attempt to convert every non-believer to Christianity.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That is that's interesting. They try to convert people, huh?
Oh, wow. I mean, that's what you do, you told me.
Huh?
I'm just messing with you.
It's a non-believer. Can they be Muslim or Hindu or?
I actually I don't know. I'm not in Bill 4 from Wauwatosa's family.
I love God, but one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to have conversations about have I found Jesus yet.
Well, no, I'm surprised we haven't gotten the politics one yet. Like, the politics one is very real. In a previous relationship I went to at Thanksgiving, one half was the other side, the other half was the other side. And I tell you what, it was war. It was all popcorn out. It was amazing because I didn't have to insert my opinion because everyone was just firing back and forth.
Well, in black families, most black families either have conspiracy theories or everybody's the same way. So you don't have that type of thing. You just all believe.
God, this is Ron in the Keys' best text. He says, "Will she do it? Won't he do it?"
Who is she?
The person trying to convert them to Christianity.
Oh my gosh!
Will she do it?
I feel like she shouldn't. That's not the time and the place to be trying to convert people to find Jesus.
Again, I am not going to name names here on the grievance text line. My grievance is with the damn dogs. The aunts. It's a lot of aunt talk. A lot of people aren't happy with their aunts or aunts, however you say it. The aunts bring the dogs. The uncles bring their dogs. The cousins bring their dogs. Last Thanksgiving, I counted 11. Okay, that's ridiculous.
That's too many.
Good. You got to find a solution for 11 dogs. Leave the dogs at home or don't come. Just move more turkey for me.
I see why people don't like going to their in-laws. I can't relate to any of this.
Well, what do you got?
Legitimately, it is a good time. I mean,
other than games.
I mean, we don't do games. We don't do games. We watch TV. We yell. We get loud. Like, we laugh. We have a good time. I mean, every once in a while, there's some drama that comes on the holiday, but most of the time, it's a good time to be around family. That's what it's about. Nobody's bringing a little stank dog nowhere. Nobody's smelling like marijuana tree coming to the party. Nobody's getting too drunk where they're stumbling over themselves. Nobody is a weirdo.
Sounds like you haven't lived.
You're just naming what Thanksgiving is.
Yes, this is yours sounds like a normal weekend.
No, I mean, you guys are talking about, we got that one uncle. What do you mean that one uncle? Y'all let that one uncle around the kids? Like, y'all know that the young uncle like to smell the little girls? Are y'all okay with that?
That's not what was said.
Or the women? I don't care what it is. Like, it just seemed.
I was just saying there's an uncle in the family who likes to hug the older, like the sister-in-laws.
That's his niece. What is he hugging?
It's not. It's not blood. It's the in-law. But all he does is the extra rub on the back. I'm like, hey, stop with the back rub thing. It's making me uncomfortable.
You see, I'm just saying. Listen, we will call.
Unnamed chimes in. Kyle, I was married to a sister.
So you know. Look,
hang on. And my green bean casserole smothered in bacon fat and gumbo was loved at the family gatherings.
They were being nice. Ain't no way in the world, but it was smothered.
See, JV and the V gets it.
Wait a minute.
The uncle who still tickles. Everyone's got the weird uncle.
No, I don't.
I don't either.
I don't. Everybody's got the weird uncle. That's not okay. Like, that is not okay. I'll be damned if I have kids and I see somebody weird uncle and hug somebody. I'm like, absolutely not. No way. We not doing this. I will have to call somebody out. I'm not listen, I am not prepared to marry into anything like that.
Well, then you just haven't been hanging around a family long enough. 2 years? What has it been? 2 years?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
There's no red flags yet?
I mean, manageable.
Manageable flags?
Yeah, manageable.
We call those beige flags. Isn't that what it's called?
Manageable.
Manageable flags.
I will abort mission in a heartbeat.
Don't say that.
Oh, come on. I don't mean like that.
You just got back from vacation with the family. I mean, at least pay your respects for 5 days before you say, I'll leave in a heartbeat.
I love them.
I do too. I can tell Kyle's genuine love for his girlfriend's family. 800-990-3776. That is the vent line for the in-laws that you have to hang out with. If you are not with your spouse, feel free to text in, call in. We will not say your name. This person chimes in, had a great-grandpa who put his cane in booty cheeks. Little tap of the cheeks. Very odd.
Okay.
Bro, what?
That sounds like some Penn State type stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, we might need to call the authorities next time.
CPS. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no weird stuff like that going on.
All right, here we go. This is going to be the best Thanksgiving I had in a long time. My parents are in Cali visiting my brother, so I don't have to do the get-together. My daughter is at her mom's, and I don't have to do a single thing the next 4 days besides watch the Packer game, which I will do from a bar stool at the bar and where my brother will be bartending. Free Thanksgiving meal included. Shout out to you. I think I can read your name on that one. Yeah, we'll be safe. But shout out to you, because I tell you what, that's probably my biggest fear. Thursday, I'm driving to St. Louis, and I have the 5-hour drive. Now, obviously, planned out, so the 11:30 kickoff for the Packers-Lions, I will
prepare for that drive.
Yeah, I'm fine. I love driving. I love road trips. I'm good with that.
Well, she must not complain about your driving.
No, she trusts me, and she complains when I'm in the front seat because I let her know everything she's doing wrong. I'm kind of an annoying front seat driver. I'll own that.
This sounds like Kyle's had some complaints about his.
Yeah,
driving.
no, this is about Kyle's issues
Yeah,
that he's trying to bring on to me, Maxie.
I'm just trying to see if it's just a me problem or is it a we problem.
Maxie, have you experienced anything like that?
No,
me either.
My girlfriend doesn't drive.
Very pleasant experiences typically on the road trips, unlike Kyle's apparently.
You should be concerned that he just said his girlfriend doesn't drive, and this man is like 25 years old. What are you dating? A 16-year-old? 15 and a half?
Doesn't drive. Doesn't even have her driver's license.
Okay. Maybe you're right, Kyle. Maybe we need to dig deeper into
What type of message is this? Have you seen her ID? Her identification? Well, I guess not. She ain't got one. She ain't got no ID. What she got?
She's got an identification outside driver's license.
You need to see a birth certificate.
It's like the the IM-12 piece of paper.
Right now, don't be R. Kelly out here.
Yeah,
let's calm down.
Can we get the name so we can C-cap this thing or something? Find it in the registration.
Listen, we need to get into all this.
He said, "Let me be free with my little youngin."
Oh my! All right, let's calm down.
18 and plus. You're 18.
Actually, right after this, to blow off some steam, even though I blew off a lot of steam, getting at the old office for the Wednesday pre-Thanksgiving Blackout Wednesday, leave the office, I'm going right to the workout at 6 o'clock with my guy Maddie at the Princeton Club. Right now is always a great time to join the Princeton Club because you're at the best facility with the best equipment, so you never have to think, hey, is there anything else out there? Free childcare with the membership. Open 24/7. And so when you think about, why should I be here? You have the best facilities. They're always upgrading the locker rooms, and you can find your better tomorrow. Check out the 8 Madison locations or the one in New Berlin. We wrap up our Milwaukee portion of the show. We're going to 4 in Madison, but we'll lead you into Marquette College game day on 94.5 ESPN for the Maui Invitational Championship with a little Green Bay props and previews presented by Sit Means Sit. That's next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
I said, you know what? You remind me of Brother Malcolm. I'm going to call you Brother Ben because by any means necessary, you're going to go against the grain. You're going to do what you got to do. And one day, you might get taken out.
You might as well call me Tory Lowe.
You might get taken out. You might get taken out by yours. So I said, you like Brother Malcolm. So I said,
what do you think, Tory?
More like Brother
Ben,
Brother
more
Malcolm.
like Rush Limbaugh.
No! On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Got it. History at Camp Randall Stadium. Carter Butt with his 5th touchdown carry of the day, most ever in a Division VII state championship game.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania is also brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management, Pasquale's Cantina, UW Credit Union, Stoughton Trailers, the GRB Academy, and Stoughton Health.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
At LASIK Plus, each one of our patients is unique, so we customize their journey to them.
I have a million questions about LASIK and a busy schedule.
All good. We offer free virtual consultations for just that reason.
I can't stand my contacts, but to be honest, I'm a little nervous.
We completely understand. We'll talk about treatment day, your surgeon, and what to expect.
I really need to stay within a certain budget.
We got you. LASIK Plus has financing options to get you where you need to be. From our free consultations to our patient app to our amazing staff and doctors, LASIK Plus is making your journey towards 20/20 vision all about you. Let's talk about your journey. Book your free virtual consultation at LASIK Plus today.
Right now at LASIK Plus, get 20% off LASIK in December. That can be over $900 off when treating both eyes with guaranteed financing. Visit mylasicoffer.com. Must mention this promotion and be treated in December of 2023 to qualify. 20% off standard price of procedure cannot be combined with any other offers. Go to mylasicoffer.com for details.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Get big savings and big rewards now during Provember at Lowe's. Right now, new and existing MVPs can get 50% off an NFL Plus premium annual subscription and get access to live local and primetime games on mobile, NFL Red Zone, NFL Network, and more. Because Lowe's knows savings, Lowe's knows pros. New and qualified returning NFL Plus subscribers only. Limited time offer. Promotional pricing applies to this year only. Plan automatically renews until canceled. Terms and conditions apply. Offer ends 11/30.
Yo, 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 what's up, party people? I'm Julie Foudy.
And I'm Lynn Ozawi.
We host the ESPN podcast Laughter Permitted, where we have candid chats with trailblazing women in sports and beyond.
We've talked with goats like Billie Jean King, Simone Biles, Mia Hamm, Sue Bird, Candace Parker, Michaela Schifrin, just to name a few.
So grab a donut or 500 and check us out wherever you get your podcasts. And a huge shout out to our presenting sponsor, Ally, who has supported us since day one.
It's Laughter Permitted.
This is Kyle Broston-Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You making love to food, Kyle?
Now, them yams ain't food.
What are yams?
You ain't got you must not. I ain't never mind.
No, please explain.
You don't know what
You know what a
yams is
yams
referring to?
is? You cannot get to the yam.
I think I can figure that one out, boys. Scout, oh, that's a $5 of the jar.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Where's this jar at? Where's the
Didn't they
imaginary
see one?
jar?
There was one there.
No, that wasn't for that. It's an imaginary jar.
That was my douche jar. Now this is
It can be repurposed.
Venmo, $35 is what I owe right now. But it's Kyle Broston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light. And what you need to know is, building upon a 13-year commitment to Folds of Honor, Anheuser-Busch and the NFL throughout football season have committed $3 million to the Folds of Honor First Responders Scholarship Fund. This marks a notable new platform for Folds of Honor, as the focus has historically been around military support. So this will harness Bud Light's relationship with the NFL, the official beer sponsor, and with Folds of Honor aiming to raise awareness for the First Responders Scholarship Program to ensure first responders across the nation learn about this invaluable opportunity. The scholarships ensure families who have sacrificed so much for our country and our communities receive educational opportunities. So go to budlight.com/Folds of Honor. And that's for families of the fallen or disabled first responders. Budlight.com/Folds of Honor. Let's get you ready for everything Green Bay and Detroit. But first, got to read 414. It is the vent line, 800-990-3776. No green bean casserole here That's specifically a shout out to you, Maxie. My lovely wife is Caucasian. We are hosting for the first time. Her sister asked if she could bring anything. LOL. Hell no. Thanks, but no thanks. We'll have my grandma's baked mac and cheese, greens, ham, juicy turkey, and stuffing. Let's go.
All right, now I like that. That's a good little platter.
Now, before we get to Gabe Neitzel in Marquette College our pregame show, let's hit it with some Sit Mean Sit Green Bay props and preview.
Here's an idea. Why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet? Then we'll go out back, I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Gather around, degenerates. It's time for the GBPP. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman are here to tell you how they plan to lose their money this weekend. This is the Green Bay Props and Preview.
Every week we get you ready. Maxie, we're short on time. Get to it.
All right, let's just start off with the betting line itself. Green Bay is 7.5-point underdogs in Detroit. What do you got, boys?
I'll go first if you want. I mean,
it doesn't matter. I'm
you picked the Green Bay Packers to win.
I picked under pressure. I hadn't had time. I'm still in vacation mindset. And after speaking to Rob Demoski, I don't think the Packers really stand a chance. I said this last week. I'm going to go.
Kyle, all these times that we've been on the show, the great Stephen Watson, which you'll see on Bally Sports Wisconsin for the Bucks pregame show against the Heat. Coming in with the Bessie's revenge.
And he's cutting it for
Screaming Sicilian pizza, cutting the pizza. He's only got 2 plates. The chef's got to have his own plate.
I appreciate that.
I love the fact that Ben, as soon as Steven walked in, locked eyes.
He's the hottest man in sports media.
I can't deny that.
Thank you, Kyle. See, now you got a new fan. That's Stephen Watson. Go to YouTube at
He's
ESPN
a married
Milwaukee.
man, ladies.
And not for long. I'm snagging that ring, and I'm taking him to Vegas. I got the Lions minus 7.5. I just think with the injuries and I think with the running game, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, if they're smart, they run the ball down the Green Bay Packers' throat all game long. Goff's coming off his worst game of the year, 3 interceptions. It's just hard for me to say thank you for the bib, Stephen.
If the Packers do find a way to cover this spread, all that says to me is I don't need you to do all that stuff for I'll put it for myself.
No, come on, man.
All right, fine. For the team. There you go.
There you go.
I'm covering up this great shirt. But the Packers do find a way to cover the spread. To me, that's a positive step in the right direction for this football team. To be able to compete, not having the players that they have to compete in that game, that's a big win.
Moral victory, Kyle, in full force.
All right, so the Packers team total is over under 19.5. Will they get past that 20-point mark?
Ooh, that's an under for me. Even when Jaden Reed was coming off some of these end arounds, like Aaron Jones was in, and I think that was a big part of how he was able to, get loose. I think you got to continue to find ways to get what I think is their best playmaker right now. He is questionable. Again, there's so much things with the injury report. With that, again, they've had one game over 20 points in, 5 games? Maybe I think the Rams, they hit 20.
Yes,
but regardless, that was the Brett Rippon. It was 23. But my point is, I'm going under here. The trenches are too much for Detroit.
You have no choice but to go under. The Packers have to consistently prove that they can score above 20 points in a game, and until they do that, I'm going to say under, especially against a team that's over 500 and a team that's one of the best teams not only in the NFC but in the NFL.
Well, Mike in Milwaukee chimes in 800-990-3776. What happens if they actually pull off the victory? Well, Mike, you said, hell yeah, I'm in. That means they're even closer to making the playoffs, which means I'm going in Lake Michigan. Brad Nortman's going to Lake Michigan. Tori Lowe's going to Lake Michigan. Max Meyer's going to Lake Michigan. Tori's going to Lake Michigan.
That was peer pressure. That was absolute peer pressure.
You're going in.
I'm not going to Lake Michigan.
Yes, you are.
I'm not catching no dang
fake
pneumonia.
Packer fan.
No, I'm in a fake.
If Tori Lowe is jumping in Lake Michigan, you're jumping in Lake Michigan
Tori
too.
Lowe was clearly in the movie Get Out yesterday when he made that decision. He was in a trance. Cause ain't no way in the world Tori Lowe agreed to go in Lake Michigan in January or February when it's 10 degrees outside.
I might have told him there'd be a hot tub waiting for him and a fur coat.
I knew something was a lie trying to get my boy Tori Lowe in there, but
I got his ass.
If the Packers do beat the Lions, the Packers will go to the playoffs.
Wow. I mean, if they beat the Lions, then they have capability of likely.
No, that means
I'm not denying. I think it would give me more confidence than right now when people just say, "Well, even if they don't beat the Chiefs or the Lions, well, I think they could roll off 5 straight because the schedule's weak." Well, they're weak, so it's hard for me to say they'll win 5 straight. If they beat an 8-2 team when they haven't beaten a team over 500. I could start to join that club.
Jordan, if they beat the Lions, Jordan Love will be the reason why they beat the Lions, and the Packers will go to the playoffs. And then I would anoint Jordan Love as the starting quarterback for the Packers in the future.
Maxie?
All right, last one since we only got 2 minutes here left. Jordan Love threw for 300 yards for the first time Packers in the last 700 years. 232.5 passing yards this week.
700 years?
I don't know. It's been a long time since they threw for
70?
300.
I don't know.
I'll go under again. I just think it's going to be a tough game, fellas. If it happens, it's likely because of like the late fourth quarter yards in which Detroit's maybe up 14 or 10, and they're just protecting that lead. I'll still go under. I think they're a tough team. It would have been worse for the Packers if the Lions found a way to lose against the Bears. But again, they're 8-2 for a reason. And Dan Campbell doesn't strike me as a guy where he's going to be like, we're not going to learn from our almost letdown spot against the Bears.
The Packers, they won't be able to get a run game going because Aaron Jones is out. I believe A.J. Dillon is hurt as well. We're seeing right now on the replay of the Packers game, Emmanuel Wilson got hurt. I just don't see the he's going to throw for over just because they have to throw the ball.
James from Milwaukee, I know you're going to the lake too. Trust me, and got receipts. It's you and Mike and many more. But what you all need to do as well is check out golfwanakee.com or milwaukeebroadhouse.com to book your trip up to Green Bay. Private restrooms on the bus, all-you-can-drink packages for the December 3rd game because there's still room. They also have an all-you-can-eat-and-drink tailgate at the bar at Holmgren Way. So make your game day a VIP experience with the official ride to Green Bay. Use code ESPN23, milwaukeebroadhouse.com, golfwanakee.com. Jack's American Pub has it as well. I took the bus up for last game. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, the service, you have water, you have booze, you have everything that you need to have an enjoyable experience. ESPN 23 for 10% off your total purchase. MilwaukeeBroadhouse.com. Coming up next, Gabe Neitzel's got the Marquette pregame show. Maui Invitational Championship, Marquette Purdue on 94.5. We'll be back on ESPN Madison.
If you want a fresh twist on surf and turf, look no further than North and South Seafood and Smokehouse. Inspired by their time living in the Alaskan Gulf in southern Texas, owners Keith and Aaron brought together unique culinary backgrounds to create a truly authentic American restaurant here in Madison. After expanding to 2 more locations in DeForest and Verona, you can savor smoky, wood-fired barbecue and freshly prepared seafood from around the country. Explore their full menu and dining options at eatnorthandsouth.com. That's Eat North and